Today we'll take a look at the new, bold and ambitious project from Clint Eastwood and starring Tom Hanks, the biopic Sully.
No one warned us. No one said you were going to lose both engines
unable to maintain control
at a lower altitude than any jet in history.
He's going down!
January 15th, 2009. Captain Chesley Sullenberger is piloting US Airways Flight 1549 en route to Charlotte from New York. Shortly into the flight, disaster strikes when they hit a flock of geese. Both engines are gone, and with little choice they have, he decides to make a ditching in the Hudson River. This dramatic rescue captured the attention of the world. Now it's captured the attention of filmmaker, former actor Eastwood. Starring in the lead role is none other than Tom Hanks. He impresses in this role just as he has in his previous few films, from the likes of Bridge of Spies and Captain Phillips. This film doesn't necessarily have conventional structure that a biopic or disaster film has, in a way. The opening sequence is thrilling, and it reminds you of Flight with Denzel Washington. It shows a what-if scenario. What if Flight 1459 had crashed into a densely populated area in the middle of New York? It's not actually what happened, it's just a nightmare that Sully is suffering, and he wakes up from this nightmare in the middle of a hotel room. However, this nightmare occurred well after the incident itself had already occurred, and is currently being investigated by the NTSB, the Transport Safety Board, who believe that he could have actually landed the plane on the tarmac on a runway. Apart from being a pretty picture that you see on the news every day about this story, another story about these transport experts who are trying to discredit Sully and discredit his actions. These intertwining stories, along with many flashbacks from Sully's past, form the basis of this film, which also include many thrilling CGI sequences showcasing what could have occurred during the flight and what actually does occur when he finally lands the plane safely. CGI looks so beautiful in this film, but if you remember back to the film The Walk last year, it was a very slow build-up to the main event. In this film, we don't get that event till more than halfway through the film when the actual crash finally takes place. In fact, you feel like you're getting about 6 crashes for the price of 1 here, because there's that many crash sequences that you really are in awe by the way they've managed to do it all and the way they've rendered it. Hanks is stoic and bold in his portrayal of this American hero, and I couldn't think of anyone else better to play the role than him. But the film does get a bit technical and very dialogue heavy during the scenes with the NTSB accident investigation teams. This is something that my years of watching air crash investigators / Mayday really comes in handy. And at times you felt like what they've done in this film, taken a box of Lego, constructed the model, then deconstructed it, and reconstructed it in parts again. So it doesn't necessarily tell a story in exact order, but going back and forth into different parts gives you a really good insight as to what happened on that day. But this film is not perfect. There are a few issues, and I wish they had fleshed out more of the supporting roles in this film. Instead, we get this scenario like in The Revenant where Leo DiCaprio stole a movie. This has become the Hanks show. But nevertheless, this has been a very disappointing year for summer blockbusters. However, this film will turn the tide, and I'm sure it will delight audiences everywhere. It's a feel-good film, and I felt good about it, and I definitely think you should pre-order this one on Blu-ray if it's your type of thing. With that in mind, I'll give it a worthy 4 out of 5. Really great work by Hanks and Clint Eastwood in this one. Don't miss it, it's a great film. So there you have my thoughts on Sully. Let me know what you think of the film in the comments box, and let me know what you think are some of the best disaster films and your favourites. And if you like what you see, please feel free to like, share and subscribe this channel, and I'll be back with more shortly. Take care from the movie lover down under.